Hey guys, it's Talking Kodash with another game of Islets. We first played this yesterday. We're at 16% on hard, and we went through the starting island, and the second one we've restored the first of the electromagnetic cores of the islands. And man, the music's just so good. I think the sound is... Alright, that should be better. So we are going to seek adventure. By going back to the first island, I think. Our zoomy little airship. This is not a game exactly about being in a zoomy little airship, but that is what we're doing right now. Alright, we don't have the mobility tools yet, so we're gonna go back to the first island. That fellow can make our ship better. Eventually. That's Snoot. We're gonna ignore him. Oh, more mail! Wonderful. The game's a Metroidvania, but we can also read some mail. Oh, it just didn't save that we had read them at the previous time. But here we go. We're just going to adventure around, right? See what we can find. Hey, Thickens. Yeah, I first played it yesterday. It's great fun. The music, I really love it. I think there's just one boss theme, or maybe, there's a couple of them, but... Yeah, it's made by a solo developer, and I think the music is made by their brother, because they have the same last name as the developer, but it's just a pretty cool game. I'm really enjoying it thus far. I'm glad that I picked it out of my library. What are you playing? If you don't mind me interrupting your gaming to ask. Alright, so there's a secret. We found a secret cat. Well, that's good. I'm striking it. What happens then? Oh, I get money from it? Worth. Oh, and we get an upgrade. Alright, so I think we'll finally do this powerful attack thing, because it's been there for ages. Is that it? Have we struck it enough? The cat's just sitting there wild-eyed. I think we've struck it enough. Yeah, it actually strikes a really nice balance between platforming challenges and like interacting with enemies and such, and then also like pretty movement intensive boss fights. There are 3 difficulty ratings. I started out on normal, and it felt a bit easy, and we swapped to hard, which it wasn't restored in time, which I think is good. Whatever difficulty a player wanted to keep it at would be reasonable. You could change it in the middle of the save too. So we actually did the very first boss on normal, but there's some... Okay, so to get to that side... Doesn't look like it's gonna happen here. Alright, so I think, yeah, we'll just keep going in this vein, try to go up over the top this way, right? Ow. Okay, I'm just getting hit by everything today. Let me hit the save point again. There we go. Ow, why? All they can do is fall straight down. I've been getting hit by them all day. Alright, there we go. We dodged another one. Good. You say these Metroidvania games make my creators so much fun. Yeah, I was excited to see that this one was... I was just looking through my catalog, you know, I put Metroidvania, my catalog, my Steam library. I have a bunch of games. And this was just one. I was like, I clicked on it, and the art seemed cool, and I read, you know, just like the blurb on the Steam page, and it said solo developer thing, and I thought, well, that sounds like a great game to pick, and I'm glad I did. It's really, it's fun. There's a lot of good ideas going on in it. Say you're playing Blasphemous the other day. Very cool. That is actually on the short list of games for me to play. I was gonna play it, and then I kind of thought, why don't we just take a look in the Steam library and see if anything catches my eye more than that? And this was what caught my eye. I didn't realize he was a nice little mouse. The game told me though, so now I know. Okay. We'll have to get something bigger to get rid of those blocks. Oh. This is a one-time big jump. But, alright, so do we try to save it to make it like that? I don't even know if that was necessary. Say like the music, dude, yes. I really like the music of this game a whole lot. It's like, it just reminds me of a bunch of stuff that I do listen to, like electronica-wise. I have like a pretty wide-ranging taste in music, but I like, you know, a lot of the different, what I call wave styles, you know, chill wave, synth wave, stuff like that, and like chill hop, synth hop, blah blah blah, you know, all the lo-fi hip hop things. I celebrate all of that kind of thing. Oh, we need to save the jump here, get the vertical there, I see. Wait to come in here so we don't jump to dodge. You just gotta use like the elegance of motion. And here, that's a door that opens when you kill a guy, so we're gonna try to see if that did it. But yeah, musical games, exactly. Like I used to play a lot of, just so much World of Warcraft. Hey! Another level, and I would just, you know, 3 health, yeah, definitely the most worthwhile of these, right? Because 200 will get us half of a single health, like 1 point of a health upgrade. Maybe if we took the money, though, we would gradually get even more money. games can hide stuff like that. But yeah, I would just put on, you know, lo-fi beats to study/game/relax to, and, you know, play WoW for, you know, all day long. You know, when I didn't have a job. When I did have a job, I would wake up early in the morning and play WoW, and then go to work, and then come home and play. I was working at I'm a cook now by profession, but I used to work at this shop. I changed oils on cars. Changed oils. It was oils, yes, but we changed oil on cars and stuff, is what I did there. But so we would open at like 8, and I would need to get there at like 7:30 to make sure everything was fine, you know, to run the day whenever I became the manager. So, but I would wake up at like 4 to play WoW so that I could pick a bunch of flowers and stuff without other people like being awake. The dead are all buried on this island. Well, except for one. There's a single grave on Wolfpine Island that belongs to an unknown mouse. I always found that strange. 100 creatures live on these islands, yet no one remembers who they were. Well, I guess that settles the question of which island we'll be going to. We can reflect that in the title. I'm expecting trees and also wolves. I'm excited to see if nominative determinism is going to rear its head here. Oh no! Not so bad. I'm like, we didn't have a save point. I think they always give you like a boss save point, so, you know, even in arena can be stressful, but they tell you how big the arena is. Alright, there's got to be something fancy here. So we'll get this. Yeah. Maybe can't save it there. Yeah, those little gauntlets every now and again. Oh, yeah, these are. We just happened upon a graveyard here. These urns are unrelated, and so this is not grave robbery. But yeah, you know, we've got a bow and arrow as well. It doesn't have, like, at least not yet anyway, it doesn't have, like, healing in between save points. So for all that... Alright, why is this here? Huh. So you can get back up here if you want? I mean, that does make sense, because it's easier to do this. Yeah. Definitely just so you can get back up here. Alright, because, you know, that... Oh, and then we get... Here. Magnificent. Bunch of money, we'll be able to buy some kind of upgrade soon. And here, you just gotta save the super jump there. You know, either by clearing the mobs first or not. Wow. sitting right underneath it, even though I absolutely know how those mobs work. Looks like coming into this room from the top sort of dramatically changes the aspects of those guys' combat effectiveness. Hey, Luke. I'll go sit. Oh no, I fall. A little bit of frame slowdown like we sometimes see in these bigger rooms. Really too bad. There's no wall jumping. Not yet. Which I was sort of surprised by. They give you the double jump very early, like after the first boss. But the lack of a wall kick is kind of surprising. I really expected there to be one. But we might, I mean, for all we know, we might get like a little like set of wings at some point and fly around. Snoot! Snoot! Yuko, I'm surprised to see you're still hopping around here. I'll just give him my voice because he's super annoying. I don't like him. So we'll just use my normal voice for Snoot. It's a good thing I got here before you. This place was infested with deadly beasts. You surely would have been killed. Of course, I had no issue killing every single one of them, though. There's one beast that gave me a bit of trouble. But it's dead and buried deep in these woods now. It took every weapon I had to take it down. I'm on my way to town. My way into town now to refill. Then I'll be back here to clear the rest of these woods out. Alright, as always, I will not miss an opportunity to say that that's a grammatical mistake, right? They just missed that in the edit. That's too bad. I'm gonna note this and send it, you know, in a file to the guy. I'll be like, hey, by the way, you've got an extra preposition at one point in the game, and that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. You know, reading it silently in my head before I started reading it out loud, I read really fast. I just skipped over it, right? Because I'll fill out things that are wrong in my head. I'll just be like, okay, we'll just interpret this in a way where it's written properly, right? But upon reading it out loud, it was like, wait, I'm getting tripped up here. That is too many prepositions. And, you know, the thing, you know, I'm hung up on it. We're going to keep talking about it. Here we want to save the double jump. Without seeing that we want to save the double jump, it just makes sense that we would. Because that'll be like the puzzle of this room, right? Is how to save the double jump. And it was! Oh, man. And then I failed to do the jump properly anyway. But, you know, like, either one would have worked, but both is never right. Anyway, I'm gonna try to stop talking about it. But if you've ever met me, you know that there may not be like oh, that's you do the jump there maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I didn't even try to use it regularly. Saving the jump is obviously what we're like trying to do here. It's probably necessary, but you know. Yeah, we do it from that one. You save a lot of velocity when you do a jump, so that's pretty nice. We're just gonna... Oh, goodness gracious. The good news is we'll die in a single hit. The other good news is there's definitely a save point marked on here. Or a teleporter, which is the same. After all, with the teleporter, one could do many things. Alright, so we're gonna do... Okay. A very sweet move. Alright, so... There's an upgrade that lets you go from save points to teleporters, but we don't have it yet. Pretty annoying. But of course, a lot of the things are opened up, so we can just, you know, get back to it. Oh yeah, going in the right direction, it doesn't take too long. Not like that. Oh, that's not how to do it either. I needed to do a sick roll into a slash. Yeah, you gotta save the jump, very important. And then here we're just gonna do a sick gamer roll there. Anytime a game wants me to do a move like that, I'm like, yes, I have played Donkey Kong. I actually think you could probably do it without the roll, but what I think is, yes, I have played Donkey Kong Country. I was so good at Donkey Kong Country, y'all. Not like compared to people that are good, but like compared to, you know, to children, which is what I was whenever I played it. But I have always loved a good platformer, which makes it all the stranger that I just sort of like didn't play anything in the genre for 25 years. Like, whenever I started getting into like first-person shooters, and then when I started playing WoW and stuff, and you know, I just basically, once 3D games happened, I stopped playing platformers almost entirely for a super long time, and now I find that they are certainly still some of my favorite games to play. All Metroidvanias are kind of platformers. After all, are we not now platforming right here? Is this not on a platform? But really enjoying coming back to the genre. Here lies the body of an unforgiving beast. Well, that's not good. What about a save point? Here we go. Alright, now let's go back and see about that body of the unforgiving beast. Oh. We did dig up some stuff from its grave, so grave robbing, super effective, very nice. We're a hero, so it's different, right? Like, when I do it, it's archaeology. It's not clear that the currency even belonged to that beast. It could have been mislaid there by a third party. It belongs in a museum, and we're gonna bring it to one and then sell it to the museum. Oh. All right. This corpse must indeed serve some ritual purpose that we have happened upon here. Let's get to it. All right. Buried Beast. It's the same boss theme for all the bosses, but it's a great theme. Wow, that's a good one. A little bit of frame slowdown. It really hurts. You know, I keep bringing it up, but it really hurts. Oh, and a floor effect. Oh, wow. And enrage, and enrage. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay, you know, that must be what, you know, it's a very effective cat. The eyes, you know, they get you. They're looking right at you. I hope you like the boss theme, because I don't think we're going to clear this one too quick, but we might. But we can move through it if we can, you know, use the bow well, because we can get these bow strikes off, you know. Regenerate them. Hey, look at me. I'm learning a little bit. Not enough to dodge a freaking sword. Oh, into frenzy mode, they swirl up too. Man, what a fight! This is an interesting one, right? A lot of stuff going on here. Pleasantly challenging. I don't know how quick we're gonna get it. It won't take too long, probably. We'll get a better feel for. What? Oh, man. Oh, not again. Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's so bad. After a totally clean phase, we just literally walk into it. You know, that's what happens when you have your eye on the wrong part of the ball, right? Oh, man. Yikes. Alright, just don't get hit anymore. It'll be easy. They're gonna come back at the angles they went in at. We got him. Yeah, we totally got him, right? No, 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 no. Come on. Oh. One hit. One hit. Alright, let's get back there. One more time with feeling. We got it. Ah, that is... oh, man, that was so close. Let's go. Here, they come back at the angle, so this one provides you a perfect opportunity to hit a hole. Oh man, I gotta do better at dodging the spiral. This one, you know, you just you get a little bit of hang time. You just got to be careful about the last one coming back at you, right? Here, we're safe underneath the radial. Oh, man. Okay, so there's not a wind up to the crossing swords attack. That's part of him, like, cycling back up. I gotta quit being aggressive there at the very end of the wind-ups once the enrage hits. No, no, no. I get it. Oh man, I thought he got me again. We had one more hit left. Oh man. What a fight. What a good fight. That fight is super fun. That is a good boss fight. And what you're supposed to do is probably roll whenever that first cross attack comes in every time, which we did some of the time. But hey, and then here's our core for the first island. And I imagine they're just gonna, like... Yeah, look at me. So the title of the game, we're like totally not even on that island that we said we were going to. But that's okay. I don't, you know, we can change the title later. I don't think anyone's gonna come to the stream based on the title of where we're going. Alright, so very good. Now we can cross over, which I guess we'll do by going down to the right. Down and teleporting over. Double jump, I think. Actually, I think we want to be here. Nico, you won't believe what just happened to me. I fell asleep on North Stable Island when I woke up. Inverness Island was attached to it. I remember sleepwalking as a kid, but to know that I managed to connect two islands in my sleep is pretty incredible. Hate you so much, Snoot. He is taking credit for my momentous accomplishment. I beat that boss, you didn't. Snoot. You're a fraud, Snoot. I don't care if your dad's a lawyer, I'll say it. Is there much thought to this order? Here's my blue explorer. The overarching idea is that there are these 5 islands in the sky that used to be like one beautiful place. Then there was a like they were bound together with these magnetic cores. Then there was a catastrophe. You know, they fell into disrepair and then ultimately all broke. So that's what we're doing. You know. And we're the next in a long line of people that, you know, have come here and tried to do it and always all failed, you know. So that's what's going on in the game. We're called Eco. We know that we have, you know, like a loving family at home and stuff, and, you know. I think it's, the general idea, I think, is go get in explorations, you know. Ooh, this is an airship part. We need 2 of them to upgrade the ship, but one of them is almost all of the way to 2 of them. And Suit is indeed the root of all inconvenience, you know, because he... And that's the thing, you know. So if he's not an actual villain, then eventually I hope the game will have him, you know, confront his annoying cowardice. And be like, sorry, you know, I didn't really do all that. I just wanted people to like me. You know, which is fine, you know, it's... I'm saying it with, like, sort of a sarcastic bent, but, you know, that's a fine, like, character resolution. Like, some annoying dude who decides to stop being a liar. That's a good arc. But if he ends up being the big bad guy, that's fine too. But so far, the bad guys, they aren't like... They aren't modern. They're ancient. They're from the time of it. Like, when we fought the Clockmaker, that guy was like the dude who made that island. He's from back in the day, you know. We fight the bones, the tombs of spirits, you know. This beast with 1,000 swords in its back. But certainly seems like the whole place realizes that we're all trying to kill it, and it's just like, it's not very impressed. You think comic relief? That's fine too. You know, that's probably what he is. Because it is very funny when someone, you know, shows up to antagonize you all the time. It is. There's a character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I desperately wanted to be the bad guy because I thought it would be hilarious. But then, you know, he ended up not. Oh man, it is a long way back around. Alright, we've got to get that teleporter upgrade. We're gonna do that when we get back to town. Because this is super annoying. I mean, it's not that annoying. We need money to buy the teleporter upgrade after all. It hardly hurts us to run around. It's just like, we're on the whole wrong side of this wall. There's no quick way to get to the other side of it, I don't think. It doesn't have to be. The soundtrack's amazing. This is not even a way to get over... I hate everything. We are so far from getting out of here. I'm just gonna go in a direction and hope that something good happens. to teleport out of the boss room. No, because a huge part of beating a boss right is that after you do it, they want you to go and, like, you know, hit a gadget or whatever. But if we buy the upgrade, all save points can send you to a teleporter. You can't teleport to them, I don't think. At least that wasn't what the tooltip seemed to indicate to me. But being able to go to a save point to a teleporter, there's, you know, 3 times as many save points as teleporters. So, you know, that would make it a lot easier to move around. Ah, Grass Valley. You know, I think, unironically, that he was like, alright, I will make the music for your game, but the first song has to be the best song in the game. I'm not gonna let you use it anywhere but in the very first zone. You know, you owe it to the people. Alright, so how do we do this? Yeah, we'll just... Yeah, there we go. We'll just need to beat it across. Attacking 3 times quickly causes more damage? Yeah, baby! Oh. Yeah, it was like, I guess you better not mess it up, but you get a... You can reset it immediately. Well, that's good news. Get this shrine item. Huzzah, and we get an achievement for it, and he says, great choice. People are always telling you it's a great choice. I guess we'll go say hello to Snooze again. Someone told you killed a beast. Don't worry, I'll be sure to correct them. Yeah, it's still that voice line, is it, buddy? Philly Frog, oh, hello, little mouse. It's nice to meet you for the first time, of course. This is a slightly suspicious frog, I think. Ellipsis, what did you say? Something about the haunted ruins? Do you mean the one with the death tomb? I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Another upgrade. Magnificent. Money or arrow fire rate? Well, it sure wants us to shoot faster, doesn't it? Alright. That doesn't... Alright, we just need to go above us to see what's up there. Get there, we need to go in through the top entirely, so we'll teleport over to there. Yeah. Yeah, I told you to be surrounded with foolish, yes. Also, you owe me for the Tomb of 1,000 souls that... What do you mean? Me? Involved? Never perish the thought. I am merely a frog. Totally unfamiliar. The game did change his, like, name card from slightly suspicious to very suspicious, which I found gratifying. That's the sort of self-aware hilarity that I need. I'm like, in my crashed boat, do we have any airship materials? We do not. Like, this seems like a place we wouldn't have gone after we got the upgrade. Arrows explode when they hit walls. Breakable blocks only require 1 hit, or 200 coins. Well, this is like a quality of life thing that doesn't seem that important to me. Arrows exploding, it does seem excellent. Yeah, they've got a little poof. See, like how clear the map is for unexplored areas? Indeed. You know, like... Look, there's something to be said for exploration, but knowing the right wall to knock on is very nice. And the way that it's fusing the maps together is pretty interesting too, you know. And I don't feel like, maybe there's a hidden wall here, although there could be, you know. Because there's plenty of hidden walls, but... Like this one. Huzzah! I think we've done that before. Upper mobility. Wall jump is what I assume. It also could just be so when the islands come in, they link up together, right? So we could get islands from the top that would provide a way to fall through, but without a way to get back in through that doesn't. It doesn't really seem like what's gonna happen. I'm hoping jetpack. Like the first one will give like a little boost, like in Terraria with a little snow whatever. I think it's a snow whatever. I don't recall. And then a double jump after. All right, looks like it'll just be this way. Get to the snow whatever it's got. Because it's like a little cloud in a jar or something. Yeah. No! So if we die, we'll go back. What's the fastest way to die? I'm not convinced I can't make that jump. Come here, bird. So so we need to get velocity, right? Oh, come on! There we go. Oh, come on! After getting to maintain enough velocity, we find our way to the top here, which we very obviously cannot get. That is so annoying. Whatever. We'll go there later. Hey, Kiara. Well, you know, it doesn't look like we can get over there from this way, does it? So what do we do now? We've sort of went all the way up here. We can go back down and try to go to the right there. Yeah. Does it suck to have razor burn on your head? I mean, I'm sure it would, but I don't see why it would happen. Certainly, I don't have to experience such things. I use, like, clippers like they would, you know, to cut hair with, you know, and just no guard and... you know, knock it down. Ah, why I'm so bad at this game. Run into every single branch on the tree of incompetence on the way down. So saving it, not an option there, I don't think. Oh, come on. That's pretty annoying. The arrows aren't the most automatically aiming in the land. Would I like to open this gate? Of course I would. And clearly the way in there is from the green one. It even shows up on the map that it's from the green zone, which is super nice, you know. The color helps you figure out, you know, what to expect. And you're not left thinking, what do I do here to try to get to where we're trying to go? Now it says we can leave through the bottom of this room. Doesn't it? Sure looks like it does, but I don't think we can do that right now. Well, then it's time to pop over here and explore to the left then. Here in the totally not the ruins of 1,000 souls. I don't think there's a way for us to get up there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think they're very clearly trying to compete with numbers like that. Hitting the pendulum action there. We're gonna die. We are totally gonna die. No! Oh, so annoying. But at least now, you know, with modern teleportation technology, where's that clean water coming from? Don't ask too many questions. An immortal trap. This is slightly suspicious. And this here depicts the 3 great beasts of Cinder Island. I think the islands didn't split apart by accident. I think these 3 beasts orchestrated the whole thing. Well, enough of that. Follow me. We're almost at the deadly pit of recently escaped spirits. Walk out of the room, bringing all these fools back to life, but those sling guys have their own physics, which is super nice. Like, you hit them and they rock back and forth with more excess. Reminds you of a ghost story you went on once. I've never done anything that cool, I'm afraid. I wouldn't be any fun on one. I would just annoy all my friends that were trying to have a good time. I would be like, so y'all actually think ghosts are real? And they'd be like, why'd you bring them? Are we gonna get charged with necromancy? I would ask, helpfully. Nice. Are you enjoying your tour so far? I know the trek is difficult, but once you see the deadly pit of recently escaped spirits, it will all be worth it. Let's hurry up. The spirits are getting hungry. I normally can act right, Luke. You say you're also laughing out of the shade. It's just certain things like ghosts and stars stuff. I'm just much less polite than you're supposed to be about people's sincerely held beliefs. Someone will be like, so what's the zodiac sign thing? And I'll just like start talking about everything in Final Fantasy Tactics and not mention I'm talking about the game. That to me is a source of great amusement. Oh no! Oh no! And here's the deadly pit of recently escaped spirits. As the story goes, the creatures who once lived on this island would place the spirits of every beast they killed in a tomb deep in these ruins. When the tomb was full, they sealed the ruin shut. Then the tomb was tragically destroyed by some sort of monstrous maniac. The surviving spirits fled to this pit where they patiently wait for their master to drop in a sacrifice for them to eat. Quite a story, huh? I really love the writing for this character. Just stand right there and I go open the hatch so you can get a closer look. Ah, little mouse! I didn't see you there. How long have you been standing there? I don't think it's fair to this paying customer if you just stand here eavesdropping on this tour. Ellipsis. Now run along then. These spirits are getting very hungry. The gentle soul there finally catching on a little bit. My sacrifice, customer, Ran off because of you. Now what are these bloodthirsty spirits gonna eat? Tour frog fight? Oh. Well, I have an idea. Look, he was trying to kill our friend. That is a hilarious boss fight. Look, we obviously had to do it. We had no choice. He was gonna keep on trying to do it to other people. But what I was like, oh no, we didn't get a chance to save, I don't have HP, and then like it occurred to me that what a funny little joke fight. That's great. Love it. Tour frog, like what a truly great minor little character in a game, right? Super funny little guy, and you know, he never lost sight of his goal, which was giving people the tour of their lifetime. I'd like a refund, please. And when we get more vertical abilities, if we ever do, are we gonna get it right here? Yes! At last! Because I'm a mouse, right? So we can mouse climb. It's cool too, because it's not like a wall kick, so it's a wall climb, which means you don't have to worry about jumping off of it towards things, so that should lead to some interesting platforming thing. Nope, not a wall kick. I mean, we have a little slide, and then, yeah. Found my boomerangs, but you get your double jump back and your jump back off of the cling. So actually, I think pretty fruitful potential for platforming, right? Because I was pretty surprised to see the jump and the double jump coming back after being on the wall. That's awesome, right? That's good stuff. Saving your jumps, that's brilliant. Can we all we need to do is be able to roll. Yeah, I mean it is a wall kick. All you have to do is kick off. Yeah, you know, it is. It's a wall kick that doesn't have to be one. I was like, yeah, because you can just, yep, that's known as a wall kick in these circles. Yeah. All right, awesome. I love that they give you the double jump before the wall kick. I feel like in a lot of games it's the other way around, but with the way that you can climb straight up the wall, you know, and it's you know, some places, you know, you get a wall kick, but it's one. But here we go. Awesome. And now we know all the ways that we'll be able to scurry on around the world. Like, how dare you go in there? That's a secret wall. How do they know about that? They shouldn't be able to know about that. Glorious amount of money. Go to that teleporter there and try to climb up, and that'll probably be the last. That fun little sign. Nailed it! I love these little rooms. I think they're great fun, right? We're gonna take the money because we've seen it the whole game long, and we might as well. But yeah, I love those little rooms. I think they're a great way of doing, you know, like leaning into the speed that you can see in the game, you know, and getting something out of that. Now we're gonna go teleport to the top and see if there's any stuff to get there. Probably find that it's thoughtfully designed so that there's not actually a wall to climb up to get to where we want to go. But I'd never forgive myself if I didn't immediately come check, right? Yeah, we can't quite get enough to grab on there. There we can. Huzzah! And this wall, which always leads to little pots, but not always to big ones. I guess that was one we didn't get to before. But now we can go up here, which is a room. Yes! Good reminder! That did exist. It was over to the right there. Yeah, the save point over here. Not far from where we are. Alright, so here we'll like... Alright, we gotta do it quicker. Alright, not like that. We gotta... There we go. Using a teleporter refills health. I mean... Often... yeah, I mean, that's clearly the highest quality of life thing that we can get. Because, I mean, there's save points all over, and they refill health too. But there will be times when we're going to a teleporter that's not around one, right? Or that close to one. And since we don't have mobile healing... at all? Well, I mean, yeah, great. What is it all for, indeed? Oh, it's to return us here to remind us that that is a wall we can climb. Yeah, alright, so totally worth doing, because it reminds us we can come over here. Oh yeah, plenty of time. We had like 4 seconds left. Enemies create a much larger blast when killed or increase climb speed. You know, let's go with larger blast when killed. Oh yeah, that's awesome. They're just like shooting all over the place. Like, yeah, that's nice. That is a very elegant motion and movement. And there we go. We did it quick enough. That's what you gotta do. I guess we go down here to open a gate. Yes. Here at the Clockworks. Let's go buy something real quick. No, we can do that in a bit. What have I done? Okay. Okay, oh no. Well, well, this, I've just made a huge mistake. And, anyway, I've really messed up my whole computer's inputs. I don't know what's going on right now. No, the controller's alive. I hit some button and then the zoom on my whole monitor stopped, and then also the color temperature of my monitor is wrong now. It like got a lot brighter. Anyway, I can't. It's much too bright. It sort of glares. Like whatever settings it happens sometimes. Like I hit a button on the controller, and whatever it interprets it as, like resets all of my settings to default. It probably looks even brighter on my face You know, like, because of the way the monitor is, like rather than like the normal yellow tone we get from the light bulbs. But I don't know how to fix it quickly. But it is wrong, and it's a software thing. I hit a button sometimes and everything goes bad, and the only thing I know how to do is shut off the computer about it. Anyway, and it says it's recording right now. Stop recording, computer. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I hate everything. It's fine. We're just gonna end the video, and no, we're gonna try to power through very slightly to get to that bridge connection, and then we're gonna end the video. I can put up with hating the way this looks for a very brief period of time. I know I can. 2 more arrows or 2 more health? We'll take 2 more health. That looked like an oddish. What do you mean it wasn't one? Alright, so we have to go... Ah, yeah! What a nice little section. Man, this game nails the platform. It feels so good and, like, swift when you're doing it. Just very responsive. Excellent stuff. Like, I'm looking over at the other, like, I bet... Hey, an airship part... Well, this is a horse of a different color. We're gonna be able to get... an airship upgrade. Now that we found the second part, that'll be... a beautiful spot to end the video on. And then I can figure out how to make it look proper again here. And then we'll be back to stream something else for the end of the night. But what? I mean, I kind of want to play Diablo. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Act 3 Nightmare, a great act. Because I think the Scrag campaign is basically over. Alright, so we want a stronger sword, yes. And we'll take an arrow. Also, yes. You know, we probably should have saved money. What if the airship repair needs us to pay money also? If it does, then we'll be sorry. Nope, it looks like... Oh, look at me! Do we have, like, a cannon on it? Yeah, we got a gun! Aw, sweet. If it seeks danger nearby, it will aim automatically. Alright, so here's another copy editing problem. That's okay, you know, sometimes that happens. But anyway, so if it seeks danger, we're looking for like what? Like a word like detect there. Seek isn't quite right, you know, is it? But, and in fact, it's not like a single letter transposition. It's not like seems danger nearby, you know, sears it. But yeah, exactly. Hold down attack to shoot. You shoot faster the closer you are to a target. You know, it's got a good sound too. It could be annoying, but it sounds like they were like paddling on something, but yeah. Daka daka. But yeah, you know, so those are, I mean, I'm sure that was what we were supposed to do, right? Now that we have gone all those places, we, you know, as if by what I like consider to be a very nice design, right? We're weaving back through the areas, finding the pieces, and logically too, 'cause it's like, hey, there's a bridge up there. Go see why that connecting thing is there, and then before you know it, you've gotten the items that you needed, that you knew you wanted. Before you know it, you're already ready to continue on. And this is a save point, I guess, so that's good news. Yes, now we're 34% complete with the game. And you know, we're 2 of the cores done. We got our nice little airship. This game is a lot of fun. It is so bright. This monitor is just so bright with these settings. I wish I knew what I hit on my controller to make my monitor settings default away, but I don't know. It just happens sometimes. It doesn't matter. Anyway. The game is Islets. The title's a lie. We never made it to Wolf Pine Island, but this was a lot of fun. You know, very, very enjoyable. Getting the movement tech, seeing how it goes in with the other stuff, really great. Feels super good. The platforming sections feel deeply satisfying to do, and they almost always have a sequence break at the end where it's like, all right, crack this, and now you never have to do this again unless you feel like it, which is good too. You know, you hear me saying all the time in some other games that have platforming sections, like, I'm tired of doing this. Like, why do I have to do this again? The first time feels great. The times after it don't feel as good. This game understands that, and I think that's awesome. You know, it doesn't take my money away when I die. It doesn't make me do the same thing over and over again because I failed at the end of it. If it gives you a boss, it gives you a save point before. These are very nice things. I appreciate it a lot. I think the leveling up is somewhat randomized, what you get from the things, and also, you know, you get the levels from, get turn currency into points, but not as good as, you know, finding stuff via exploration. And there's plenty of extra ones to get. They're obviously not mandatory, but you definitely start to feel the effects, you know, when you have 50% more HP and more damage and everything. But we even got our little airship with a gun. I want to go up and shoot Snoot, but I'm too good of a person for that. Aiko would never. I would be like, daka 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 daka. But, you know, we have to be better than that. Anyway, I'm going to take a little break, figure out what's going on with my machine, get things back to where we want them, and then we'll be back on sometime tonight, almost certainly. Not sure what we'll be playing. At this current mental state, probably Diablo. Probably. But it's possible I'll make a different choice in the next little bit. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. I know I have. This is a very charming little game. And you know, if we're a third done with it now, after spending 3 hours or so, if it clocks in at 10 hours or so, then that's a great time budget for a game like this, I think. And I'm really impressed. These bosses are no slouches either. Like, you gotta, you know, the attacks are from the player are sort of basic, right? You know, slash slash, shoot shoot. But combined with trying to find the windows in the bosses, it becomes much more engaging. And you know, it's not like the Belmonts are like awesome at swinging whips. You just hit, you know. And anyway, very satisfying to win that fight against that poor haunted cat, but glad to set it to rest. And also glad that Haunted Frog is now haunted by 1,000 spirits rather than trying to get people to go on tour. But anyway, I'll see you guys later on, maybe. And if not, then I hope you have a great rest of your day. Later, Luke. Later, Kiara. And later, Slay Kittens. And remember, the soundtrack, pretty awesome. You know, give it a listen in your time. I know I'm gonna, whenever I'm not playing it, certainly be coming back to this. But anyway, see you guys later.